Talk Nation, salute, welcome back everybody. Hope everybody is well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos, and watch these videos from bumper to bumper. Jaron Ennis, Sergey Lipinets. Let's get into it. Now, after Boots' last fight with Chris Van Heerden, which unfortunately ended 2 minutes and 39 seconds into the first round due to an accidental headbutt, the end result was a no contest. Now, the vacant WBA title was on the line for that fight. Jaron Ennis was very upset, more or less disappointed because of that no contest. He couldn't have been crowned champion because the way that he was taking care of business in that first round. Everybody knows that Chris Van Heerden was on his way out of there. He was going to wind up getting stopped, and Boots would have been champion. But the boxing tapes didn't quite play out like that. Now you have Boots Ennis against Sergey Lipinets. Sergey Lipinets is probably going to be Jaron Boots Ennis' toughest test to date. Now, Boots in his previous fights, quote unquote, they said it was step-up fights. But Sergey Lipinets, in my opinion, will probably be his first true test and first true step-up fight. Now, Sergey Lipinets is 16-1-1 with 12 knockouts. Boots has a perfect record of 26 knockouts and 26 fights and 24 knockouts. Now, okay, because we got to get into the tools. And I'm going to start with Sergey Lipinets. Sergey Lipinets is very durable, very tough, very gritty, very strong fighter, possesses great power. His only loss came to Mikey Garcia, which a lot of people say that arguably Sergey Lipinets could have took that fight, but because of Mikey Garcia, he had the name. That's why he got the nod. And that fight, Sergey Lipinets, he threw the more power shots and landed the most power shots. And you heard on later date that Mikey Garcia came out and said that the last time his bell got rung is when he fought Sergey Lipinets. Now, in order for Sergey Lipinets to be successful in this fight, unfortunately, he's going to have to bring some new tools to the table because his power is excellent. But Boots Ennis is too slick, too sharp, and he also possesses power, has great footwork. So, in order for Sergey Lipinets to be successful, he's definitely going to have to develop a couple of new skills coming into this Boots Ennis fight. His footwork is going to have to improve. He's going to have to get a lot more poppier and snappier, utilizing his jab, because Boots Ennis is going to be coming at it from various angles, throwing multiple shots. He doubles and triples up on his jab. This is Boots Ennis. So Sergey Lipinets is going to have a tough time. And believe it or not, Boots can bang on the inside. Now, I believe if it comes down to that, and he does have to bang on the inside fighting Lipinets, he's going to bang, but at the same time, he's going to exit out the back door or the side. He's not going to sit there for too long because that's just not smart. He's going to bang with him. He's going to offset, reset, and re-engage. Now, Lipinets, that's going to be to his detriment. He has to keep this fight close. Fighting this fight at range, he's at a disadvantage. So he's going to have to be on the inside. He's going to have to bring the fight to Boots. You know what I'm saying? But he's tough. He's durable. He can take some shots. The trouble for Sergey Lipinets is you have to pick and choose what you get hit by. So my uncle taught me a long time ago. Now he's going to have to eat some shots to get inside to establish that or to shorten that range and distance. But he's going to need to pick and choose what he get hit by. And that's going to entail hand movement, you know what I'm saying, side to side, picture Mike Tyson, and his footwork. Now, if he can utilize these things, he may have a chance. But if he try to make this into a boxing match, he doesn't stand a chance. He doesn't stand a chance at all. Because Boots is very smart. He can take away that power. And once he takes away Sergey Lipinets' power, it's just going to be a matter of time before Jaron Boots Ennis picks him apart and disposes of Sergey Lipinets. Now, the weapons of Jaron Boots Ennis possesses a great jab. He's able to switch hit. So his power hand, while he's orthodox, and when he switches to southpaw, is devastating in both stances. Jab is good in both stances. His movement is great in both stances. He's very agile, very slick, very, very defensively sound, and offensively intelligent. He knows when to throw shots while he's putting on a show. Jaron Ennis is very flamboyant, kind of like an Adrian Broner. You know what I'm saying? Very charismatic, very energetic in the ring, but his offense ain't nothing like Adrian Broner. Jaron Ennis, he lets his hands go. He lets his hand fly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no training wheels in his game. When he starts to throw, especially once he starts to load up, and if he gets you hurt, Jaron Ennis has the power to get you up out of there, and the skill. He's very smart with his shot selection, and his punch ratio, as far as his accuracy, is very, very good. He goes very good to the body. You know what I'm saying? Check out one of those shots. He's very good going to the body and coming back up top and switching it up. And if you try to press him and make him fight off with a back foot, he can easily transition, switch stances, and catch you with a power shot. So Sergey Lipinets, if he tries to do that, if he tries to bully box Jaron Ennis, that's also going to be to his detriment, because not only can Boots fight off of the back foot, he can transition off of the back foot. So if Sergey Lipinets tries to press Jaron Ennis, if he tries too much to put his foot on that gas, he's going to wind up running into a brick wall. And that brick wall is either going to be, depending upon what kind of stance Boots is in, it's either going to be that straight left hand or that straight right hand. And both of them in past fights, Jaron Ennis has dropped people with him. You know what I mean? Especially off the counter. You know what I mean? And being as though Sergey Lipinets is the smaller fighter, he's definitely going to have to be aware of Jaron Ennis going to the body and throwing uppercuts. Jaron Ennis does utilize uppercuts very well, very well. And being as though Sergey is the shorter fighter and he's going to have to be the more aggressive fighter in this fight, look for that punch to be coming out of Jaron Ennis' arsenal very frequently when these two guys clash come April 10th or so projected. Who knows if the fight date may change, but up until current knowledge, the fight is projected to be here at around April 10th, give or take. This is boxing. Now, I do believe that they are still going to be fighting for a vacant interim title. I believe it may be the WBA. Now, if this becomes a championship fight, remember what happened to Chris Van Heerden. But Jaron Ennis already said he's going to fix some mistakes. And I think one of those things that he meant was he was a little bit too overzealous in that Chris Van Heerden fight, meaning not that he was trying to showboat, but he really was trying to get him out of there too early instead of just going in there and just letting the fight come. Moving forward, I believe when he fights Sergey Lipinets, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I believe he's going to take advantage of the shots and the windows that Sergey Lipinets gives him, but at the same time, he's going to fight a more disciplined and patient fight. If the shot comes, it comes, but he's not going to be too overly aggressive, and I believe that he can't be too overly aggressive fighting Sergey Lipinets. So you're still going to see the same vintage Boots, but I do believe you're going to see a much more disciplined and patient Jaron Ennis in this fight. And that can be bad for Lipinets, because the way, as smart as Jaron Ennis is, what that tells me is basically he's going to pick him apart. He's going to apply pressure when he needs to apply pressure. You know what I'm saying? Set traps for Sergey Lipinets because you know he's coming. And at the same time, he's going to jab him, keep Sergey Lipinets at the end of his jab, which is going to be a long night for Sergey Lipinets if he's successful in doing that. But he's also going to make Sergey Lipinets run into something. You know what I'm saying? I just got finished speaking about this in a previous video. Go back and check it out while you're at it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let your opponent, or utilize your opponent's movement and motion. You know what I'm saying? Let their movement and turn their arsenal against them. You know what I'm saying? So Jaron Ennis is always well conditioned and very good shape. You know what I mean? He doesn't expend too much energy. And like I said, he's very smart. So if you're talking about Jaron Ennis coming into this fight being more patient, more methodic, more surgical, that's going to be bad for Sergey Lipinets. Very bad. And if a title was on the line, some say it could be easy money. But I do believe this is going to be Boots' toughest fight because he's never fought somebody possibly as strong as Sergey Lipinets. And he's going to have to be wary of his power. But he has the tools to offset that power. Like I said, he has a great jab, great timing, great movement in both stances. Comfortable moving left, right, and fighting off of the back foot, evading off of the back foot, and coming forward and still evading while he's coming forward. You know what I'm saying? You've seen Boots attack guys, you know what I'm saying, do a couple of feints and then come around, you know what I'm saying, and be on the other side of guys. So his movements are not only very slick, but they're very deceptive. And if your footwork is not in line with Boots' footwork, if you can't match it, he's going to dance and box circles around you the whole fight. Now, from what I've seen, if you go back and you watch the pad work from Boots Ennis and Sergey Lipinets, you can see that Boots is the much more energetic fighter. You know what I mean? Sometimes it looks like Sergey Lipinets' feet is glued to the floor. That's how he's able to generate that much power, because he's always flat-footed. I guess he better learn some new tricks, because if he continues to do that, then Jaron Ennis is going to treat him like a cobra bag. You know what I'm saying? So while Sergey's feet is glued to the floor, you know what I'm saying, Boots is just going to be catching him with shots. You know what I'm saying? Catching him with shots. Jab, 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 jab. He's going to double up and triple up on that jab, and if he does that, it's going to be a long night for Sergey Lipinets. And being as though he is the shorter fighter between the two, you know what I mean, Boots is going to be punching down. So that's going to cause Sergey Lipinets, you know what I'm saying, to not only raise his guard, but also drop his head. And that's going to make him sweet for those uppercut shots, and for Boots to go around and, you know what I mean, get that left hook to the body or that right hook to the body, depending upon what kind of stance that he's in, and he offsets the shot. Now, it's going to be a good fight, but at the same time, I think Boots comes into each fight better. He learns. And I believe that Sergey Lipinets coming into this fight, he is going to have to learn some new tactics. You know what I mean? Instead of improving on his game, he's going to have to learn some things that he's not used to doing in order to beat Jaron Ennis. And sometimes a fighter can do that, but sometimes it takes a few fights or a few camps for a fighter to reacclimate or to learn some of these skills. Look at Deontay Wilder. He's going to have to improve, especially in the footwork department. His stance is too wide, like he's a karate man, but he's a boxer. And sometimes, depending upon who you're fighting, if you're fighting a more mobile, athletic, slick boxer like Tyson Fury, that's going to work to your detriment. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to catch him. Your shots are going to be, you know what I mean, snuffed off very easily. So you're going to have to learn some new things. And footwork is something very difficult to relearn. You know what I mean? How to become light on your feet. And the way Tyson Fury does it, you know what I'm saying? No big man, no heavyweight has ever been that agile, has ever been that slick. You know what I mean? You have a lot of great heavyweight boxers and fighters, but none of them, I haven't really seen too many fighters, you know what I'm saying, that is really as slick and can move as well as Tyson Fury. That's what makes him so scary. And although he doesn't possess that power, hey man, you get caught with a shot enough times, hey man, it's going to hurt you. It's going to start to wear down on you. But back to Boots and Sergey Lipinets before we wrap it up. It's going to be a great fight. It's going to be an awesome fight. Unfortunately, the stoppage of Chris Van Heerden that ended Jaron Ennis' 16 consecutive knockout victories, you know what I mean, as far as in fights. So he's looking to reestablish that trend, and it begins with Sergey Lipinets. If Sergey Lipinets can derail the up-and-coming Jaron Ennis, he's going to not only reestablish himself in a higher plateau in a welterweight division, but it's going to make people look at him like he's a real threat. You know what I'm saying? If he's able to knock Jaron Ennis off, because although Jaron Ennis is fairly new, I would say fairly new to the division, but he's on his rise. But because he is so talented, people and fighters and his peers, they see the potential. And the potential is scary. Jaron Ennis and Virgil Ortiz are pinned to be the future of the welterweight division. That's what it is. Now, if Sergey Lipinets can knock off Jaron Ennis, that's going to mean a whole heck of a lot. Although he is the older fighter, Sergey Lipinets is 31 years of age. Jaron Ennis, I believe, is 23 years of age. But I don't know the diet and lifestyle of Sergey Lipinets, but I do know the lifestyle of Jaron Ennis. And he's a gym rat, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to his father, Bozzy, you know what I'm saying? Pool of Faraz brothers. Like, they stay in the gym, they stay working. Boots, you know what I'm saying? Boots stays in the gym, stays working, stays hungry, you know what I mean? So that's the scary part. He's not out, you know what I'm saying, messing around, partying, getting it in, drinking. No, he's always in the gym. Coming off of that Chris Van Hidden fight, Jaron Ennis, after a couple days, man, was right back in the gym training again. And has been in the gym since. So if this fight is slated to go down in April, he's going to have a very, very good training camp, because he already been in camp. And after that first fight, he really didn't take no damage. So he's coming into this fight in supreme condition and supreme shape. He's already going 12 rounds and not even sweating. So by the time the Sergey Lipinets fight comes, I'm telling you, God forbid Boots presses the action. I don't see it. But if he's in that great of a shape, he may just shock everybody and turn into the aggressor. Go right into the punches, you know what I'm saying, power. And if he's able to, you know what I'm saying, bypass it, Lord knows, if he's able to eat Sergey Lipinets shots, that's going to be scary. But I don't see him taking too much damage, you know what I mean? That's just not Boots' style. And his father doesn't train like that. His father trains to make sure your defense is tight, you know what I'm saying? You want to hit and not get hit. You don't want to be eating shots. That's not the type of fighter that Jaron Ennis is, and that's not the type of trainer that Bozzy Ennis, his father, is. He doesn't train his fighters to go in there and just get punched. You know what I mean? Just to close the distance, to get in and get off and offset a couple of shots. No. He trains his guys to be very smart, very tactical. You know what I mean? And for this fight, like I said, Boots is going to be more patient. So let's just see how this fight, you know what I mean, wraps up, man. More to come as the weeks and the months come. But this is going to be a very good fight. Jaron Ennis and Sergey Lipinets is going to be a very good fight. Mark my words. And if Jaron Ennis can knock Sergey Lipinets out, he's going to be on another level. I'm telling you. He's going to be on another level. Right now, Sergey Lipinets stands at number 3 in the IBF. Jaron Ennis stands at number 10. So this is going to elevate Jaron Ennis' status if he's able to go in there and stop or knock out Sergey Lipinets. Mark my words. But until the next one, guys, man, I see you guys and catch you guys next round. Do your blessing. Stay motivated. Stay humble. Protect yourself at all times. Guard up and mask up. Why? Because it's a war going on outside. And ain't nobody safe from it. Catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace. Ding.